Hey everybody, welcome back to the Great Jimbabwe. Play Slay the Spire. Look, last time, it was terrible. It just didn't go well. The defect stuck at Ascension 10. And, you know, I've gone back. I've consulted my advisors. I've regrouped, I've meditated. Let's leave defect behind for a second. Let's try the silent instead. Let's see, we can remove 3 enemies with 1 HP, always a fun option. I'll try an Ascension 10 with the silent 2. Let's try the 1 HP. Let's try the 1 HP. Look, I actually watched that last one back. One pattern I'm picking up on for the defect, and this is, when I say a pattern, something I think I'm probably doing wrong. I have too much of a block shortage, like, all the time. The trouble I have, maybe I need to take things like auto shields a little bit more. I have a tendency to, I really like prepared. I have a tendency to avoid taking cards like auto shields, and then like, I feel like reinforced body's another good one that I don't take enough. That's, what am I doing? We just hit this guy. So yeah, I think maybe that's a consideration next time we play the defect. And we will not get a free elite, but we do have some attacks. After image is good, and I think we have enough attacks that after image is totally usable here. Happy to have prepared. And let's start smacking some people down. I'll take a little damage. There we go. A little chip damage. Well, it's Thanksgiving week here, and that tells you these videos have caught up in a big way to real time, which is nice. I think that's a good thing. And I'm excited for some time off. I'm the kind of person who likes to put off my paid time off at work, my vacation time, until later in the year. And I did that again, and now I have quite a bit to use towards the end of the calendar year here. So this is going to be nice. I'm ready for a break for sure. So that's fine. We don't need to play a defend here. It seems like we're in pretty good shape to take down this elite without too much trouble. I guess I could have weakened, well, no, I couldn't. There's still artifact on that guy. Not terrible, not terrible. I'll discard a strike to get rid of more dazed. I think this run seems to be off to a pretty good start. I have been playing Ascension 20 as the silent a little bit on my PlayStation, and I'm not doing that well on Ascension 20 Heart runs. I have won Ascension 20 a couple times in recent history, so that's good. Tiny chest, not really what we wanted there. I think with After Image 2, Blade Dance is totally usable. Let's go here. Ooh. I'm willing to give up a duplication potion for... Oh, is prepared unupgraded worth trading out? That's free block with the After Image 2, though. I'm going to give him the potion. Okay, Snecko Skull. When we apply poison, apply additional poison. Don't have a way to do that yet, but it could happen. I'm going to take an innate After Image. Sometimes the innate upgrades seem like a little bit of a trap to me, but I do think After Image is one of those cards that innate is usually good. Especially against this guy. And I'm actually thinking this might be good enough to go ahead and attack. And we got the extra energy next turn. And we get the extra block. You love to see that. Doesn't get much better than that against the Loggy as the silent, I would say. I'll discard a defend. I'm going to play my attacks here. We don't have heavy hitting attacks, so I'm a little concerned, but I think we have enough to probably get through this. 35 more damage. We will have to deal with some debuffs here. Let's throw everything we got at this guy. Yeah, we should be okay. Just throw a dagger. And there you go. We're through the Lagavulin. The boot. We got the treasure tiny chest and the boot. I'll take a backstab. So now we have afterimage backstab sitting in our starting hand. And believe it or not, I think it's actually pretty decent against this fight. Let's go ahead and take out this guy. Let's throw Blade Dance out there. We can take out a 12 HP. Oh, actually, we can do a little better. Our shivs are now a little better, so that's nice. And that actually means we can take out this guy too, I think, if we want. And I want. I have a question for the group. Does anyone else think that Black Friday shopping has lost a little bit of its oomph? It's not that it's not a fun time, but I do. Every time I go, I'm like, I'm not really seeing any deals that like really make me think, wow, like this was worth the trip out. The shop. Yeah, let's go to the shop. I kind of like a die here. But 156 is a lot. We have another shop coming. No. We could go to a question mark up here and get a free relic, though. I think I'm going to hold the cash. As a matter of fact, I'm kind of thinking, like, hold some cash, but take out a card, and let's fight another elite. I think we can beat the Lagavulin. But yeah, I used to, like, go Black Friday shopping and think, like, yeah, this is definitely, you know, this was worth it for sure. Like, there's all kinds of good stuff out here. Like, sometimes things would run out. And I'm not saying, like, trampling people was a good thing. Like, that's a part of it that is better left in the past, no question about it. Let's go with the... Yeah, that's pretty good. I think we'll still go, though. I think we'll definitely still go. It's one of those things where it's kind of a tradition at this point. Like, you kind of spend the first part of the day out there, maybe do some getting together, playing some games at night. Like, it's a good time. Be safe out there. We have some discard. We don't have card draw. I'm going to take Tactician with the idea that we're going to find some card draw. Pantograph is nice, so we'll definitely go ahead and upgrade something. I think upgraded Prepared. Prepared is just one of those commons that when it's like level, you know, unupgraded, I should say, it's just not a killer. It's fine. I would give it a grade of fine. But when you upgrade it, like drawing 2 and discarding 2 is much stronger to me. I will throw this potion if that's what it comes to. Let's see what we get here. I mean, I gotta throw that. Let's throw a skill potion at this. I think Doppelganger for 2 energy and then it exhausts. That's not a bad addition. Prepared, once again showing why it's useful. Let's try to burst one of these guys down as far as we can. I think I'm okay letting that guy not split here. And let's try to get a better split next turn. If you can take down the slime boss relatively easily as the silent at the end of Act 1, I would say you're doing pretty well. And I think we've got a good chance here. Yeah, Tactician again. You like that? Let's take out one of these guys at least. If I can take out another, and I can, I will definitely do it. And I think we've got the juice with 50 HP. We're taking out this guy, no trouble. We're going to make it to Act 2. Already feeling a little better than Actually, I can do that, right? Yeah. We'll leave him there. Already feeling better than our defect runs last time, though. I just kind of put the game down and I was like, whoa, what the heck? I swear, I used to kind of... When I played on my own, I swear there's times where I can roll from Ascensions like 0 to 15 in like less than a week. I mean, but still, like that... 3 losses in a row. Was it 3 or 4 even? I can't even remember, but... However many losses are, that's unheard of. It's crazy. That Ascension 10, that's too early for that kind of an L streak. A lot of good options here. Alchemize, Adrenaline, basically a welcome addition to any deck. It has a little bit of card draw. I like Adrenaline for sure. Alchemize is so good, though. Phantasmal also helps our damage. We don't have enough damage to, like, we don't have scaling, really. It's part of our issue right now. I'm gonna try Adrenaline. I think we can probably find a source of maybe poison. Snecko Eye. It's a little tough. It's a little tough. I think we have, like, we don't have very expensive cards. Let's try. I'm gonna take it again. I'm gonna go for it again. I'm liking it. Honestly, like, we have After Image. Like, how many defense am I really playing? All right, let's see. Calculated Gamble for free, obviously good. Cloak and Dagger free upgraded. I mean, obviously all these are upgraded with the Astrolab. That's not bad. 2 shivs. And then Expertise, that's card draw, in a way. Probably hurting a little bit for energy at this point, but not, like, impossible. Shop will be welcome here. We would love to see a shop. Let's see. We got one up here. Path doesn't look crazy to me. This doesn't look too bad up here either. Just 2 elites. I'm thinking right path. I'm thinking it. Not as many options, but not terrible either. I kind of like what I'm seeing there. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, we don't need defend for sure. And then you can actually do something like that. Let's get more energy next turn. Yeah. That's pretty good. I feel like this run has a little something going. I'm debating if Phantasmal Killer may have been better. I like a Deflect. An upgraded Deflect is nice. We're actually well suited to fight the birds. Let's see. Don't need that. We can actually take one out. So let's talk about the other big news in my house. Or not my house, but like around the Jimbabwe family households. My younger sisters won the state championship in volleyball. And it was, I mean, this is the kind of thing where, you know, they go on it's a road trip, like it's not a local game anymore. So they had home court advantage all the way to the end, and then they had to go on the road and play kind of in a neutral site. But I gotta tell you, it's pretty crazy. It was the first time in school history that the women's volleyball team has won a state title. And they got playing time, and they really were a big part of it. And the team was down, I believe. So in volleyball, you play 5, like best of 5. I think they were down 2-0, and it wasn't looking good. And then You know, one of my sisters got in there, and she really, I think we're going to go ahead and play the energy potion here. Yeah, she got in there and had some big plays, and I guess it was a big kind of spark for them, and they turned around, they won 3 in a row to end it, which was, you know, what an achievement. What an achievement. Pretty amazing. Didn't mean to play that, but, you know, it's okay. I gotta tell you, I have never come close to that kind of success in a sport. Played a lot of sports and, you know, was decent at them, but no way, we were not state title contenders. So it's pretty incredible. You know, that team has been that competitive for so long. But I'm very proud of them. That's so exciting. You know, the funny thing is, though, I feel like both of them are happy that the season's over. It's like, not that they don't enjoy playing, but it's one of those things, you know, you play a sport, so they've been playing since, like, well, at least, I mean, aside from practices, like, games since, like, August or something like that. And, it's a long time. It's a big commitment. You're practicing, you know, every day except for, like, 1 day a week. I could understand, like, I remember thinking by the end of, like, football and basketball season, like, man, like, I have so much more time in the day now that the season's over and I can actually, like, you know, do my homework and have, like, free time. So that's, like, always a welcome change, I think. But if I was a state championship contender on a very good team, whoo, I might be a little more excited to be playing the whole year. That's kind of a different story, right? I don't know. Let's adrenaline first, actually. And then let's do this. I was hoping to get, I don't think we can play 3 Blade Dance. Yeah, probably not. Not a bad first turn. So I know for, like, the regional championship, or, like, I can't remember if it's regionals or district, or whatever, like, the kind of one right before the big state championship, they actually got, like, a huge trophy for the high school trophy case. And, like, I'm assuming they get, like, a banner or a picture on the wall or something for a state title. I don't know. But, I guess we'll see. I'll have to check that out. They did get in the, like, the big paper around here, too, which is, like, pretty cool. Like, and actually, what's funny, I think one of my sisters was actually interviewed in there, and she's, like, got some quotes, and, you know, they spoke very highly. I can't remember if she was interviewed or maybe mentioned, but, that was a big deal. It was, like, you know, big part of the sports section that day. I think Eviscerate actually kind of works. We discard quite a bit. I'm okay. I think I'm gonna try and Eviscerate. We need some, like, big burst damage. And speaking of big burst damage, that's tempting. I think we got enough. And let's go here. Let's upgrade something. Adrenaline's always a good one. I mean, more Eviscerate damage is also good. I also kind of feel like Tactician is a decent upgrade, believe it or not. Because a lot of times, like, right now, I'm playing a card that costs 1 to discard that, and I just get my, like, energy refunded. So that's not a bad upgrade. We can get a... Ooh, Apotheosis, though. We have 2 powers. Mummified Hand actually kind of interesting to me here. Because I'm going to play... I'm going to play After Image every time. Wraith Form, my eyes... Okay, this is something... I mean, I've always thought Wraith Form was good. I never thought it... Like, everyone always is like, oh, S+ tier. Man, Wraith Form is maybe one of the best cards in the game. And, like, I didn't really get that at first. Let's see. But, I think, doing these recent Ascension 20 runs, my eyes have been opened a little bit. I think what really changed my mind, I saw a, like, Reddit post on our Slay the Spire, and someone was like, okay, Wraith Form, forget the downside. Think of it as you are putting a countdown on the current fight. So you have and it's easy to think. You look and see, like, let's go here for a sec. So you see 2 intangible, and you're like, okay, like that's 2 turns. No, it's actually 3 turns if you think about it, because you get 2 turns of intangible, and then you get to go one more time of, like, on your side before they have like a shot to kind of burst you down when you have no dexterity. So really, that means you have 3 turns to finish the job, and then with an upgrade, you have 4 turns. And now that I hear it like that, I'm like, you know what? I'm convinced. That's a good argument. And so with that in mind, I've been using it a lot more. Oh, free expertise is nice. So, I'm hoping we get an attack here. Yes, we do. We could get Tactician. Okay, actually, Neutralize is probably horrible here. Never mind. I was gonna kind of like try to justify that decision. Oh god, that may have been bad. You know what? Essence of Steel, we can get an extra 4 block here. I'll take it. Wraith, okay. I know I just spoke the praise of Wraith form. I'm kind of like, you're so close on this guy. I feel like you just hit him. Yeah, and then we're gonna get 7, so we gotta do 25. Not even really, probably less than that. Yeah, we're fine. Okay. Not saying I played that perfectly. But I don't think I played it like absolute garbage time bad. Better than my defect plays last time. Paper Crane is really good. Enemies with weak, 40% less damage. Very nice. Okay. This is just free popping of, like, I don't think Escape Plan is that good. I definitely used to think it was better than it is. But that can get After Image going. An upgrade is always nice. I mean, I think Wraith form, that extra turn. All right, we got to basically make it through 2 fights here. We should be fine. I think that we got a good chance at that. I'm going to draw until I have 7. Adrenaline, obviously good. Prepared. Then you get rid of a Tactician. Then you, throw Deflect out there, Blade Dance, and then start smacking them. That's pretty good. And then I'm hoping maybe we can get an Eviscerate. Not quite. I think Noxious and then a Flying Knee, though. We just got 45 block on turn 1. That's a strong turn 1. And now we have all those turns to burst down one cultist. This guy is fighting the freaking Phantom of the Opera. Like, by himself with no buddies. He can only do 1 damage per turn. Like, this cultist is playing a video game that nobody wants to be a part of. I don't know why Intangible reminds me of Phantom of the Opera. I actually saw that, yeah, I want a piercing whip. I actually saw Phantom of the Opera on Broadway one year. It was cool. I'm very much a fan of theater. I think if I could go back and tell younger Jimbabwe to do something, I would have at least tried like acting classes. I feel like that's a skill that is more transferable than people give it credit for. Yeah, it's not bad. Like, that's really like public speaking practice and confidence building to me. I hope, like, I mean, obviously I was a sports guy. I hope, like, you know, at least one of my kids gets into a sport a little bit. But hey, if like someone wants to get into like theater or something, that's just totally fine. That'd be nice. I'm here for it. And I think I would have had a good time with it. I don't know, something about it. I guess it kind of conflicted with sports in high school and all that, whatever. But I feel like the theater kid groups out there are... That's an underrated fun time. I actually feel like this deck is not bad. I don't think it's like the best we ever had or anything like that. Sneaky Strike's kind of interesting. We probably need a little card draw still. I'm going to take Sneaky Strike. Bottled Flame. Ooh. Bottled Flame. Sneaky Strike. Okay. I don't love Bottled Flame. Eviscerate's also kind of interesting. I feel like we discard enough that starting with Sneaky is not so bad. Heal 23. We're about to heal anyway. Let's take a card. I mean, I think accuracy helps the damage issue. Not that it's not a huge issue, but it's something we want to address. Hit me with an accuracy upgrade. This deck just has a little bit of everything. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to get some more weak going. We do not get a discard here, unfortunately. I mean, no reason to not play Sneaky Strike. I guess I could have played Survivor. Doesn't matter here, but let's look out for those opportunities. I think a Flying Knee is probably good enough here. Start banging down one of these guys. We don't have great AoE. I mean, I think losing Wraith Form early is not terrible. We could strip the artifact. The one thing, okay, I took accuracy. There was a Well-Laid Plans in there. Generally, probably considered the better card. I mean, I think you want to discard. Okay, this is going to sound crazy. You actually play Blade Dance, prepared, discard 2 shivs, escape plan, deflect. Okay, now let's get more artifact off this guy. Actually, the guy's not attacking. Let's hit this guy. You want to try to get Wraith Form back on the big turn if you can. In this case, I think you just go ahead and probably finish him off. Okay. You take a hit. We take out both of those guys, though. And now I think you're in Wraith Form territory. What do we have in the discard or the draw pile? No chance we're getting energy back. However, you could calculated gamble. You could escape plan. I was hoping maybe we would get eviscerate. Didn't happen. All right, so we move on. And that's the turn you're hoping to have. You're hoping to have your intangible on. So that's a good sign. We are not able to play Eviscerate. That's too bad. I think we have enough that I'm not going to play the potions here. I think we have enough. Alright, we're still at the point in our one last ride playthrough where this guy's frozen on a turn. Nice. 66 damage. Very achievable. Ooh. Maybe I should have gone for the potion there. But we are going to live. Okay. Okay. Gold, block potion. 1,000 cuts with Mummified Hand. I mean, I think we're discarding like every turn. I mean, Curse Key is great. This seems like the time to play Hovering Kite if I've ever seen one. We got an early shop here. Who we got up top? Power Guy. You don't love to see Power Guy. I actually would have loved to. We also have the tiny chest, though. We could get some. I think right path is takeable. Let's keep going. I'm going to tell you a game I was sleeping on big time. Everyone knows this game is good. I don't know why I was so hesitant to give it a chance. I finally booted up Balatro since it was a free game on PlayStation. Dude, that game is good. That game is really good. I can't remember if I mentioned it on here, but like, wow. I was wrong, man. I always kind of looked at it and thought like, yeah, it looks good, fun, but like, I just don't think it's for me or something like that. But no, it's for everybody. You should go play some Balatro if you haven't yet. I definitely get, it's one of those things, it's just like, it does so many little things well. It's addictive. It's, you know, very polished. Oh, I like 1,000 cuts here. 1,000 cuts can be kind of like, hard to like get off sometimes. I guess it feels expensive to me. I mean, the upgrade not being, like a reduction in cost is always tough. But when you get the mummified hand, you get some other options. Like, I feel like it becomes significantly better. I'm going to play Piercing Whale, I think. I don't know if we need Neutralize here. Thousand Cuts might be like an insanely good addition to this deck, actually. But yeah, I've been trying my strategy, or not strategy, my plan, Balatro, though. I'm going to try to beat all the decks on their base difficulty. Flechette's kind of interesting. I like what we have. I like our current. Like, I don't want to upset the balance here. And then, like, I'll kind of see. I don't know everything else in the game. So I'm going to keep kind of playing it from there and just see where it takes me. But try not to do too much pre-research. I want to go in nice and fresh. Let's go like that. And you can sneaky. Would have been probably smarter to go ahead and hit one of those guys, but we'll get them both. No attacks. Very unfortunate on that one. Taking advantage of Wraith form to smack this guy, in case anyone was curious about that. And we still can. Not a bad fight at all. Acrobatics, very much a card we would like. Okay, we can actually... Okay, Shuriken, I feel like you gotta take it. You gotta take it. I mean, like, that's a scaling solution. If there was anything we were lacking, like a little bit of... And I think we still had something. It might have been some scaling. But now we got it. And now we got some. So satisfying. We get the extra energy from our kite. We can play 1,000 cuts. I'm going to play Wraith form, because why not? This seems like a deck that could do much better than our last defect runs, for sure. Prepared. I don't know. Who needs defense, dude? We're not blocking. We're attacking. We're on the offensive right now. Okay, we can we find a way to do 12 damage? 12 damage. There you go. Got another potion. Blade Dance, good. Crippling Cloud, expensive, but it does apply some weak. Yeah, give me a relic for 51 gold. I don't think we're going to have any other use for our cash. Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. Dude, oh, that is just a heartbreaker. Decay. Removal. Oddly smooth stone. Well, that was definitely a tough spin there. We can do it like this, though. And now that's also free, so that's just energy right there. I think we're still doing fine. No defense. Noxious is fine. We do scale. Like I think that giant head is a test that we should pass, I would think. 16 times 3. I'm thinking about using that vulnerable potion. We'll see how the next turns go. We have a lot of powers out there, though. I think I'm going to go ahead and use it. Just in case this gets a little out of hand. I feel like we probably make it past this with no major issues. Yeah, you like to see, did we use Hovering Kite this turn? Does it tell you that? I don't even know if it tells you that. Should have discarded Tactician, probably. Well, actually, it's actually okay. We can do it like this. Yeah, we're looking totally fine. Never mind. Worried for nothing. I'm happy with the deck. Let's go as far as we can. Meat on the bone is fine. Not exactly moving the needle that much, but... I'm starting to think taking Bottled Flame might have been the wrong choice, unfortunately. Bottled Flame is one of those relics. It's just hard to... It's just not that many situations where I look at Bottled Flame and I'm like, yeah, thank God we got that. It's such a step down from Bottled Tornado and Bottled Lightning. I feel like Bottled Tornado and Bottled Lightning have like a million things you want to get. Alright, this is pretty good, because now we can go 1,000 cuts. No reason not to play that one, except you draw Decay. You know what, this feels like you go ahead and play the Energy Potion, I think. Yeah, I think that was worth it. And now we just gotta hunker down. Eight, so we can hit him once, actually. Let's get rid of Tactician. Nice. Okay, okay. Not bad. Piercing Whale. I think 2 Piercing Whales against this boss. I'm gonna call him Powers Boy. Okay, this is like the single event that I lose on the most. And I think we've seen it on the one last year. I've lost this event multiple times already. And you know what? I haven't learned. I'm gonna do it again. You gotta try. I just feel like when you get this far, like, you should be able to beat these guys. I don't, it's just sneaky difficult. So we can actually discard and then play sneaky, play some more weak. You get some value out of the plated armor here. Let's throw it. Let's throw some resources at this. Let's try to lock it in. Case to be made that I should have played Wraith form there for sure, but we're not taking damage yet, and I think there's a chance it comes back around if we get, one of these guys down. Yeah, this is just not what you wanted to see, but Piercing Wail's good. All right, we got one of them. Got some strength, and we're going to take a little bit. No, we actually get enough with the plated armor. We can get rid of a burn and a tactician, kind of like the ideal situation there. Whoa, he crushed that. Tingsha! All right, I mean, that's the upside of that fight, is you do get a chance to get more. Spirit Poop! This might be the first time we've had Spirit Poop. If you give the bonfire a curse, boom, special relic. Spirit Poop. That's just unpleasant, guys. That's unpleasant. Let's see. It's gonna sound weird, but we're playing 1,000 cuts, and there is some like AoE necessary to beat this guy. If we get it early, I think I'd rather do 2 damage. We can actually discard Tactician. Tingsha pops. I like it. I like it. I think I did that a little out of order, but it doesn't matter too much. We got the discard to pop there again. It's so satisfying. Nice. Wow. Ghost in a jar. We have a lot of ways out if things go bad here. And by the way, we have a pantograph, so I mean, I see no reason not to upgrade. I mean, yeah, let's extend Wraith form. It is a power. Wraith form is one of those powers, though. You just play it, man. Like, what are you waiting for? We don't, not a great turn 1 draw there, though. Some extra draw with the Centennial puzzle, though. Noxious worth it. Tingsha time. Look at the ding, dude. The dings. I don't... Piercing Wail... Don't need Survivor. You know what? I'll dump the curse. Okay. I mean, we don't need to play it. I could just throw the potion at this guy. Why not? Let's just get him out of the way. I don't think the potion saves you. Okay, there's some Alright, we did give up a little strength there. We're starting to pop. If we get in big trouble, don't forget we have Ghost in a Jar. Let's not blow this fight. The one last drive playthrough desperately needs a victory. Alright, the curse comes back. We get rid of it. 11 by 4. I would have liked to have gotten our Piercing Wail there, obviously. Would have been good. You know what? I'm not taking that much damage. I'm just not going to do it. Can we burst this guy down quickly enough to play our Noxious? Yes. I think the answer is yes. I think I'll go ahead and play Acrobatics. Don't need Wraith form. Anything else we could get here? Not really. Let's end it there. 45, and now you play Wraith form. You have time. I think we're winning this one, guys. I think we're back. On a first try win, too. And before the kids get back from their activity, look at that. Kiddos, if you're watching this in the future, love you guys. We were talking about how, man, my son was so difficult for the first, 12 months of his life, but now he's like a different person. It's crazy. They grow up so fast. It's true what they say. I sound like an old person now. I wonder why that first, I know, okay, they're in the womb, it's a hard transition. I would really like a piercing whale. Now would be the time. Did I speak too soon? And that might not even matter, honestly. No, it doesn't matter. Let's go! Yeah, but then the womb, they come out, it's like, oh man, the world's so different, it's a cold and harsh reality, and then it's like, oh, I've been here for a year now, and it's like, I'm just this cute little guy, I don't know what you're talking about, I was fine the whole time. No, you were not. Although, daughter, if you're watching, you were pretty great the whole time. You were, you were a baby, but all babies have their challenges, but you were not your brother. You've gotten a little sassy lately, though. That's an observation I think everyone in your life has made. Learning new words. We're poopy. Oh no, -1 point. Well, that felt like a nice return to form. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to take a little peek over here. Let's see what happens. I have my little win-loss tracker going. We're just shy of 70%. After those 4 losses. It was 4 in a row last time. But you know what? That's not horrible. I think we'll see how we do next time. Maybe we could... I think we're 1 win away from being over the 70% bar again. Not terrible. Not terrible. We're probably going to drop drastically as we keep going. But thanks for watching, everybody. I greatly appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, hit the like and subscribe button. And until next time, stay happy and healthy. Have a happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Eat some turkey. And if you're at your parents' place or visiting family... offer to help cook, maybe do a couple dishes, those are the kind of little things people notice. Have a good time, everybody. See y'all later. Bye.